Welcome back to the freezing cold fields of Perthshire in bonny Scotland. But it's not raining and it's not windy, but it is cold. It's probably about freezing at the moment. But I am on my way out. I've just parked the car and I've got a 5-6 minute walk to get to the first field. The first field is a field that we've done before. It's produced some fantastic finds in the past, but beyond that field are two more stubble fields which have never been detected. So we've got an old farmstead there which dates back to the middle of the 1700s. There used to be an old mill, which was an old linen mill, which was there also in the 1700s, all the way right through to, I think, about the 1930s or even 1940s before it was eventually demolished. So a good bit of history in the area, certainly pushing for around 300 years of occupation and industry. So you never know, maybe there's something older. I'd settle for a Georgian coin, to be quite honest. So as ever, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. A short intro. I've got about 3.5 hours, so let's see if we can find any treasures. Are we off to a flying start? We've got quite a nice 84, a bit stony though. Oh, it's hard digging, very hard digging, but it is out with the stones. Come on, let's get off to a flyer. There, I think. It is. Oh, you beauty! What a start. We're straight in with a silver. A very shiny silver. And it looks like Victoria. Wow. That is the quickest silver of the year, without doubt. And I know there'll be some people who'll say it's not rusty, it's not grey. Why is it so shiny? It's called geology. We're in a river valley, and sometimes you get very silvery coins. But that is a little threepence. A silver 3p. It's very worn, but let's see if we can get a date. And that, folks, is a cracking start and a lovely coin. Silver on the first hole in the first minute. That is a silver threepence. You'll see the young head of Victoria coming through. It is very worn, but thankfully not too worn that we can tell that it's her. So it'll be from our early to middle part of her reign. She ruled from 1837 until 1901. It's a young head, so it's going to be pre sort of 1890. But I would think this is probably from the 1840s or 50s. The back completely gone, but that is what it would have looked like. And a pretty decent bit of buying power. Now in 1840, 1850, inflation was low, prices were low. This could have bought you 3 nice loaves of bread. This could have bought you, well, you could have got half a pint of gin for 2p. And then you could have bought probably 1 or even 2 pints of beer with a leftover penny. Or if you prefer, you could get a block of soap. Or you could send 3 letters with a penny postage stamp. Phenomenal. What a start. And what a beautiful bright little silver coin. I've had a couple of pieces of iron that have fooled me over the last 15 minutes since I got the silver on the first, which is unusual for me because usually iron doesn't catch me out. Listen to that one. A screaming 90 and easier digging as well. Oof. Oh. Have we got a bottle top? Or something better? And thank you as well for all your feedback on the camera and microphone. So far it seems to be very positive. What's that? What's it there? Well. It's a thing, or half a thing. So yeah, camera seems to be going very well. What I will probably do though is I'll probably be posting this video before I post part 2 of Lindisfarne, because Lindisfarne is going to take quite a lot of editing. And I'm hoping this video, because it'll just be a half day, I should be able to produce it a bit quicker. So you'll get this video with a new camera, and then you'll get Lindisfarne with the old camera and microphone. And then after that it should be the new camera and mic for all future videos. I don't know what that is. Maybe half a finial. Maybe it was on a desk mounted like that. It's a kind of acorn or oak nut kind of shape. So probably Victorian or maybe even Georgian. If you know, comment below. A 48 and a thought potential button, and I think we could have no imprint, no. Well, that's the back. A tomback, indeed it is. So we're back to George III. A little tomback copper and zinc button with a wee dash of arsenic or tin. And yeah, the type of button that when you find it like that, gets your heart racing. Still, it's another find. If in doubt, take a spadeful out, you know my motto, and listen now. 78, 79, maybe something thin on its edge. It was barely a whisper. What's that there? Almost thought that was a hammered coin. Oh, tell you what, I think it's a coin at least, maybe. Possibly. It is. I think we've got ourselves maybe a little turner, a little Scottish copper 2p. No wonder it was a weak target. It's going to be a struggle to get anything off that, I think, but looking at its size and thickness, I think that's exactly what it is. We are going back in time with every find. Now you can just about make out a thistle on that side. I'll fade it through. Difficult to align because it looks like it's a bit off struck, but there is a little thistle there, a little Scottish national flower with the big horrible needles, which was adopted by us after the Battle of Largs in the 13th century, supposedly after the Vikings walking barefoot across the moor gave away their position by standing on a thistle. And the result was the Scots massacred the Vikings, including King Haakon of Norway. And that secured Scotland, the west and north of most of Scotland, back from the Vikings. And eventually, through marriage, they also got Orkney and Shetland. So that is a copper Scottish 2p, probably Charles II, from sometime 1660 to 1685, but it could be Charles I, 1625 to 1660. Phenomenal. And that's another probably 4 or more pints of beer. What a day. We're going back in time with every find. We've got what we call in the business a doubler, but that is the edge of the field right there. 61. 79.80. Let's try the 61 first. To be honest, I think the 7980 is the better target, but you never know. There we go. Is it a ring pull? It is. Hey! Oh. Welcome to the world of metal detecting. If you ain't finding these, you're doing something wrong. Right, let's check out the other target. Is it a bit of tin can to go with the ring pull? Could be. It's out. At least it's easy digging and it's not deep, whatever it is. Oh, no, that's a leaf. Oh, what's that? We might have a button. Possibly. Maybe not. Well. Oh no, it is a button. It is. Look, it's got the little dimple in the middle where the loop would have been. We'll give it a wee dry up in case there's any decoration. And just a little plain copper button. No sign of gilding. Probably 17 into the 1800s, but certainly going to be a couple of hundred years old. But it could be 300 years old. So again, it's a sign of life. A possible coin. Again, I'm still on the edge of the field, but I'm not picking up any aluminium if I'm honest. I'm sure there was some here, but we've probably got a lot of it in the past. That's the one benefit of detecting fields over and over, is that eventually you do clean them up. No. Oh. It might be a bullet. Certainly feels like lead. No, I think it is. It might be a mini ball that's been kind of mushroomed at the end. Certainly has a couple of rings, and I think that's exactly what it is. And if it's not a mini ball, it's a bullet of some description, but 2 rings, and that would have been a sort of pointed, bulleted head. It's clearly hit something very hard and pancaked. If it's a mini ball, it's from the latter part of the 19th century. And if it's not a mini ball, it's from the same sort of period. Maybe into the late 1800s. Still, it's another find. Okay, well, that's about 3 hours 20 minutes or so on the clock. Silver on the first hole. I've also got that very worn 1600's coin, so I can't complain. I've been through the second field, a little bit disappointing, very quiet, not a lot of targets and a couple of 4-hole buttons. But other than that, not a lot. What I think probably is it's been a field for livestock in the past, because the fields that in the Victorian period were potatoes or carrots or barley or wheat, generally you pick up lots and lots of little buttons, relics, little personal items and coins, and it's pretty devoid of that, which tells me usually that means that there's been livestock in the field, because obviously livestock, there'd just be one person coming and going rather than dozens or even hundreds. But I've come down into the third field. There used to be down in the corner here, there used to be a linen mill, which was here right through until about 1930, 1940. So I'm going to head down into that corner, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll pick up a few coins and relics that relate to the mill. Maybe we might get something even older. So we'll give it a try. Let's go. Another pretty wispy target. It was away down at a 72, and is it another turner? Or is it a button? I think it's a button. It is a button. Still got the shank. Is it decorated? I think it's another plain one. Certainly chunkier than the other one that I got in the first field. But no, don't think it's decorated. It's definitely a maker there, but it's not clear to read. But again, it's probably late 17, but more than likely it's into the beginning or middle of the 1800s. Still, it's kind of round. Might be a button. The light is not great, so I don't know quite how it's going to show up. 63 this one was. Not sure on that one. I mean, it could be a well clipped worn coin, or it could be some sort of button, or neither of the above. Right, I'll give it a clean up, try and see if I can get a bit more light on it. It's a mystery. It is bronze or copper. I mean, there's something there, but I cannot make it out. Nope. Well, over to you all. Is it some sort of coin that's been battered around a little bit? Does almost look there like there's a neck going up with a head. Does it not? Well, let me know in the comments below. It's a chunky wee thing. And it looks to be, let's say, some sort of bronze maybe. Or copper alloy. So let me know in the comments below. 71, and it's I think it's actually a ring pull. It is, I don't believe it. Dropped it. And this sounds like a potential coin. Although maybe it seems like a little bit of a big target. Very sandy. That's a lovely target. I think that is a coin. Right there. Yes! Looks like a halfpenny. It looks like a halfpenny. What do you reckon? Yeah, it's not coming away in a clod shot. Victoria, maybe again? Or someone else? Nothing obvious jumping out at me. Okay, clean up and back to you in a moment. It is Gorgy George. It is George V. You'll see him fading through. It's a halfpenny. I think the date on the back is 1922, but maybe we'll get a better look through the camera lens, which is on 2.6 zoom, given my failing eyesight and the darkening skies. So he was, let me think about this, Victoria went to Edward VII, Edward VII had George V, so this is Queen Victoria's grandson, and it is indeed 1922. Oh no, it's not. It's 1912. Nope, it might be 1917. Okay, well, it's one of the three. Yeah, I think I'm going with 17 actually. So it's during the Great War. Brilliant. Coin number 3. And we've still got a good half hour to go. The light is rapidly diminishing. This is only a 51, so it's surely got to be a button, but it's a big old thing, whatever it is. You know what? It almost looks like a coin. It's not too dissimilar from that last find. Okay, I'll do my best and get back to you. Definitely looks like a coin. What's the output? Yeah, only a 51. Bizarre. Back to you in a minute. Before I do show you, look at that beautiful sunset. Absolutely stunning. So the other great thing about detecting is coming out and being in nature and just being out on your own in beautiful surroundings. I really don't know, folks. I tried putting the flash on, but it doesn't help. It definitely looks like a coin, but with such a low output. And I don't know, again, maybe there's a head there, maybe. But with such a low readout, it's bizarre for that to be a coin. Especially so big. Well, might need to have a look when I get home, but if you know in the meantime, then let me know in the comments below. Another possible coin contender, 79. Lovely easy digging in this field. I tell you, I wish all fields were like this. Somewhere there. No, oh, there it is. Oh, it looks like a coin. It does indeed. It's a thin wee thing. Well, I think that is a coin as well. Well, we might get some detail off that, but we might need to again wait till we get home. Is there a head there? Possibly. And if there is, it looks like quite a big nose. It might be William III. But it's pretty toasty on the back. And the light is fading. So we're going to have to go to the light box when we get home, so don't go anywhere. I think I'll make this my last target. $70. Are we out? Don't think so. Sounds like we've got a helicopter coming as well. Maybe now. Lead. Yep. A little bit of lead. Ah, well. And that, folks, is us for about 4 hours and 20 minutes of metal detecting. I'm going to head back to the house, well, to the car first, then from the car, 20-minute drive home, and then we'll have a wee look in the light box, see if these are coins that I've found, and if they are, see if we can identify them. So don't go anywhere. And that is me back home. We'll have a little look at the finds in the light box, which is illuminating right in front of me, and see if we can get any detail. So welcome back to the light box. Now, unfortunately, this might be a little bit more wobbly than it usually is, because yours truly can't find his tripod. It's been that long since I've used it. But there is our George V. Are we going to get a date off it or not? The answer is we are. And it's either, I was going to say 1919 or 1912, but I do believe that that is 1912. So not 1917, not 1922, and not 1919 either. 1912. Do you agree? So just before the outbreak of World War I, for Britain at least. Obviously I got that lovely silver on the first hole. It's in phenomenal condition. And the reverse is unfortunately completely blank, but as I say, it's probably from the 1830s or 40s, give or take. But it's a lovely little silver coin, albeit a little bit battered. Now, the important thing was, could we get an idea of what I thought was 3 coins that I got at the end? Now, I would say that there is a head on there. Just cannot tell who it is. But it looks like it's looking to the right hand side. And with the shape of it, I would say it's probably Georgian. George the First, George the Third. Because it's looking to my right. But other than that, I don't know. But then now that I've just done that, it looks like it's looking to the left. But there is clearly a head there. What is confusing me is the output. The fact that it is so low. But nothing obvious there. But it is a coin. So let me know your opinion on that one. I don't think we'll ever know. This one likewise, I've had a little look at it. Also can't tell. Almost looks a little bit like a neck there. Going up to a head. But again, it's a mystery. If that is a coin, I've got no idea who it is. Nope, no idea. Unfortunately, the light box isn't helping us out much yet. And this was the other coin. It's pretty corroded on that side. But on the other side, it's not much better, unfortunately. I have given it a little bit of a wash, but as you can see, it's very pitted on the surface. It looks about the size of a farthing, which is a quarter of a penny, so it might be Georgian. But unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to know. And then beyond that, we've got the other finds. We've got the little Charles I, Charles II. But the light box is not helping with that either. In fact, I think the light box is actually making it harder to see any detail. But it is a little turner. There's our bullet. You can just see the 2 rings, and that's the business end, which is pancaked. And there's the little recess at the bottom of the bullet. And our little potential varnishing piece, a little finial that's broken. And then a few buttons and the obligatory ring pull. Not quite sure why that's there. I did get 2 though. So there you go. That is the extent of today's treasures. If you've got any opinions or ideas, then let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately, the light box didn't really seem to help me out, unless any of you can see anything that I've missed. But I would say that all 3 of them are coins, which means I got 6 coins today. So I'm pretty chuffed with that for 4 hours and 20 minutes, give or take. That is a pretty good day out. And also silver on the first hole. So I'm over the moon with that. So thank you all as ever for watching. If you've got any ideas or theories, then let me know in the comments. And as ever, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. Oh, and a little thumbs up and also some hype would be great as well. Thank you as ever for watching. There will be a video of Lindisfarne hopefully coming in the next few days. That will be part 2 or day 2 of our trip to Holy Island in Northumbria, and you won't want to miss that because there are some fantastic finds. So as ever, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next dig. Take care, and we'll see you soon.